All right. Another day. So let's go. We'll keep working on Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. It's kind of fun. And looks like there's a lot of stuff to unlock yet. Which probably would happen faster if I didn't fuck around and just sit around and talk for half the stream. But you know what? That's just part of the experience. So it's okay. But yeah, it's actually surprisingly fun. Because I've played a couple of these other bullet hell sort of games after Vampire Survivors was my first foray into those type of games. And I fucking loved it. Still do. I played that game a lot. Like, you won't be able to see it, I don't think, but let's see. How many hours do I have in Vampire Survivors on Steam, according to Steam? Let me see if I can show this real quick, because I don't think anybody would believe me. Yeah. I'm listening to the police scanner because I heard a bunch of Wii U's go by my house in the last like half an hour. I can't quite figure out what's going on. I should probably just turn it off. Probably a bad car accident or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, I have 1,266.1 hours in Vampire Survivors. 1,200. And that's just on Steam. That doesn't even count like playing it on my phone. That's different. So suffice it to say that I like those kind of games. Or I thought so. I think actually part of it, no, I'm not quite sure. But I got a bundle that had a bunch of other ones like this, like Bone Razor Minions. Bounty of One, I think, is one of them too. Bone Razor Minions was kind of okay, but like it just didn't grab me. These are all kind of the same bullet hell kind of games, right? Just King is another one, I think. Holocure, I guess, kind of is too. Come to think of it. Also, Neon Sundown. Yeah, was it? I think it was. GOG had a pack of like 5 or 7 of bullet hell games for like $5 or something like that. Scarlet Tower, this one was actually pretty good. Last time it was updated was around Thanksgiving last year. That's actually kind of sad. That game was actually pretty good. But anyways, but some of them I just didn't like all that much, so I kind of just, well, we'll do Vampire Survivors and that's it. I got Deep Rock Galactic Survivor as part of some other bundle. I can't remember what it was. It might have been with... Shoot. I don't know what it would have been with. I know I didn't get it just on its own. But I don't remember what else came with it at the time. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, like, it's actually, like, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. So, anyway. We'll do the same thing we did yesterday, pretty much. We'll continue grinding through the game a bit. And, watching the news, and, you know, we'll pop off if we've got anything to say about it. That's pretty much it. I didn't see anything super crazy overnight on the Twitter. So yeah, I guess we'll see what the news is from yesterday afternoon. But I might have missed something too. So who knows, right? Okay, so let's get into it. Do we have any upgrades that we ought to do right now? Let's see. Move speed, status effects, Nitra, gold that you start with. No, not really. Life regen, max HP, maybe on these a little bit. And this whole column I would do probably pretty much last. Like, like I would literally max out everything else just about before I went into these. Or you have to max all of these out right now to make it worthwhile. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll do a little max HP because it's cheap right now. Okay, that's as much as I can do on the max HP. Nitro, that's probably good enough for that. Status effect damage. A little bit, but we're not going to get a whole lot of mileage out of that right now, I don't think. I should probably do it anyways, though, because at least in this stage that we're working on still, I think, right now, you have the option for your weapons to do like fire damage or like electric damage and stuff. So that comes a little, it's starting to come in to play a little bit more. Sure, it's only like 2% a pop, but this is pretty cheap. So we'll do that. If we could do it twice, I would do it again. We could. I'd have to just buy one of these, right? Because we have 4 already. So buy one more. Then we can do that one more time. But that's probably about as far as we can go for now. So that's where we're at. Where's my controller? Because you can use keyboard and mouse with this, but I just like doing the controller better, and it works completely fine. Anytime I have the option to use a controller and the controls for it are good, I will do that. It's just more comfortable for me with my keepy arms. Which I might add are giving me a lot of trouble the last couple days, especially last night. I don't know what that's about. But yeah. So controllers is the way to go for games that do well with it. Some don't. Like, I would still prefer keyboard and mouse for, say, maybe I'm a little old school that way, but like for a first-person shooter, I think keyboard and mouse, especially if you have a good mouse, is the way to go versus a controller. But I don't know. It kind of depends. The controls on FPS for controllers have come a long way. So maybe I wouldn't necessarily think that anymore if I spent more time with those kind of games. But I just don't have the reaction speed that a lot of those games demand. And I don't like playing against people. I don't want to play with other people. They just ruin my experience. Not always, but you know. There's a lot of douchebaggery that goes on. Let's see. So, Magma Core, we've opened up this hollow bow. Well, but we haven't done that at all yet. But we still have stuff that we have to do in a hollow core, so I think that we should continue to do that. We still need to collect 20 red sugar and complete the dive. So, yeah. We got some work to do here yet. The red sugar one is kind of tough because, 1, you have to find it, and 2, you can only pick it up if you're not at max health. And like each stage happens pretty quickly, which overall I think is actually good because it doesn't drag on too long. But it makes it a little harder to get some of these things done before you're done with the whole stage period, right? But that's the challenge of it. I think somewhere in, like, you know how they have like the little notes down here. Yeah. Like one of them is like, the game's supposed to be hard, so don't get discouraged if you fucking die. You're supposed to. That's part of the experience of it, right? So, yeah, you know, it's all good. So we'll get our news and information source set up here. Hopefully it behaves. Sometimes it doesn't. But we'll see. Is that showing up? Yes. Okay. So Matter of fact, because like on this view, you can't really see the chat anyway, so we could just do this. Does that still work? Yeah, that's good enough. All right, so we'll see what he has to say from yesterday. And yeah, we'll do a little grind.
It's gonna be Hazard 1 me.
I actually like the gunner is cool because you get that minigun, but the engineer, I kind of like the weapons on engineer better in a way. Because it's basically like a minion class where like you just have a lot of shit out there and it just does stuff for you and you just kind of stand back and let it happen, right? That works for me. Like these turrets are pretty goddamn good. Especially if you like get this up a ways, like yeah, it's good. It does the job. It does it a little too well, and that's kind of part of the problem is like you end up killing this shit and get XP too quick, so you can't get around the map and mine stuff before like it's like the end of the stage. So it's a little too effective, if anything, at least right now. I mean, that will probably change as we progress, but yeah, like I noticed that yesterday, like we were clearing the stages really quickly before I could even like get around anywhere to like mine any nodes and stuff like that, really. So yeah, we got to be on top of that.
Like working with my hands.
Yeah, that's what she said. Mm-hmm. That's kind of loud. Collect 2,000 gold, kill a bunch of aliens while standing still, reach rank 3 on engineer, which will probably get relatively soon, I would guess, and collect some flowers. Okay. Can't really find a whole lot to like collect out of anything here though. There we go, a little bit. Oh man, 15% crit chance. I don't usually fuck around with crit, but 15% crit right off the rip, I think we should do it.
You guys hear me?
Oh yeah, there he is finally.
How we doing?
I don't know. We do night.
Yep. All right, good. I just woke up a little while ago, and after that, I just woke up a bit after that. Before that, fell asleep over there, and I woke up, bro, like that shit from that Uma Masume game was just playing over and over and over. I swear to God, I must have listened to that.
I'm not gonna play that
for
game.
Like 2 hours. Like,
I don't
just sitting
think.
there listening to it 'cause I
might play the grandpa game.
And,
it's my weekend now. I might play the grandpa game on my weekend here, though.
Don't worry about it. All right. I just literally.
It actually costs money, but it's like $7, so I might do it just for the hell of it.
And so, yeah, chance to get you go check the Epstein vote happening right now. Well, isn't that bullshit though, right? Didn't they put it on another amendment? So, like, whenever I saw that they voted against the Epstein thing, like, that's not even really true though, right? Because they put it as an amendment to something else.
They
so,
did?
Like, I feel
Oh.
like they're probably they're really just trying to play games on them, right?
I didn't know
they're
that.
Trying to just blow up some bullshit. So yeah, I don't know what to say, man. No clue. Yeah, exactly. Like, what the fuck? But people love to get tricked, man. That's what it is. And what are you gonna do if they? What are you gonna stop using Reddit if they actively encouraging doxing and harassing ICE agents? If they actively encourage that? Well, I mean, if they actually did that, then I mean, like, again,
They would get in trouble if they did that.
bad for the government whenever they have these people on like the internet that are going after them, because like you're the government, you just arrest them. So like,
Yeah.
why is it that you can't just get these people under control? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because you're a bunch of fucking morons. That's the reason why. And
Yep.
so no, I'm not really gonna get too worried about that. Absolutely. So
He does have a point.
Knows Democrats want to release all the videos, including the abuse videos. videos, well, I'll look at it, right? Because I do feel like it's a little bit of bullshittery, right? But we're gonna find out, right? We're gonna make sure.
Let's do that.
50K sample, 95% of Iranians voted to overthrow the regime.
Wow, really?
95%? Damn, bro. How could 5% be okay with that clown shit over there?
Increases the expected lifetime of all lasting weapons, which both of the ones we have are, I
It just
guess.
seems like it's another fucking day, man. And so, yeah, that's it. More like
And so we'll do that.
bullshittery. Exactly. And,
Bullshittery,
yeah, that's
yes.
basically it. And,
The government's good
use
at
your
that.
Picture in the newest video. Oh, which one? She used my picture? No, she didn't. That's not me.
Explode in a ring of fire. Does it play the song when it
No,
happens?
see, I knew what you were
I'll do
talking
that
about,
thing.
but I didn't know. That's not about me at all. No, I guarantee
I'll do this
you,
lifetime
this
thing
is
again.
about the male loser epidemic. Now, what do you think the probability is that
Fire
I'm in
rate?
this video?
100%.
Jeez, guys. Oh, wow. I really wonder. And so, yeah, I got a feeling that I might get mentioned once or twice, okay? And so, yeah, but I haven't seen it.
I hope he watches
obviously.
that.
I'll probably watch it. I don't know
Actually.
if I'm going to watch it today. I'm not really planning on watching it today, but
Oh,
I will
damn.
watch it at some point. Of course I'll watch it at some point. So, yeah. And new Legendary Drops video. Did he really make a new one? I didn't even see that. Legendary Drops. Where is it here? And no, I haven't seen this at all. And where'd it go? And yeah, I just the thing is that
Fuck, he died.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch
I
this.
didn't
Yeah,
actually
maybe
let
I'll
him
look at
die
this.
so
Is this
quickly.
the I know what
Damage?
this
Yes.
is. This might be more.
I'm getting a lot more of these
stop-down games.
legendary
I'll look
rolls,
at
it
that
seems
maybe
like.
later on. But we'll see what happens. I haven't seen it yet though. But did you evict the monitor spider? No, he's still there. I can see him right now. I still got the spider right there in my room. And so yeah, it's that simple.
One sec.
He gives you a shout out. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. And she only called out Tectone. I can see why, you know, like again, that's just how it is. And yeah, this new AI, isn't it crazy how effective it is to just make a hot girl? Like, I mean, I honestly, like it's overpowered. Like if this was a video game, I would nerf women. Like, I mean, I'm just being honest, right? Like, you really should.
Reload speed.
It's not balanced at all, okay? Yeah, it's a cheat code, exactly. Yeah, they're overpowered. It's not fair, guys. What is this? She's been teaching me Japanese. It's crazy.
More
Is
lifetime?
that right? So, yeah, and she's super sexual. Yeah, of course, right? Nerfing with the DEI build. Yeah, I guess so. And OP as fuck. And that's why woke people do it. More effective when working with other AI systems. The thing is that nerf women, you like that? And I saw some people getting mad about like a
Reload
comment
speed
that I
on that
made, it was
thing.
like yesterday, I think, about like, so where'd it go? Like, let me see if I can find it. Where is it? There's been a bunch of other stuff that's happened. Yeah. So a lot of people have been very, very mad.
More
about,
lifetime? I don't
a
have enough money
comment
for
that I
that
made
shit.
over a React video. And this girl, bro, crashed the fuck out over it. Oh my god. And so we'll look at that later on. Like, obviously, I got some other shit to talk about first, but yeah, that's it.
I guess we'll
She
just
knows
go with
she's
that.
racist.
Those are
Yeah,
some
she is.
good things here.
It's very
but I
obvious.
can't afford them.
So the counterexample that males are not just willing to play hot chicks, it's not complaining. Yeah, no, everybody likes that. Obviously, that's what it is. Check out the Sparrow's new review. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea. And check out Yeet real quick. Ethan dropped some bombs on Mike from PA. Wait, what?
Oh god, more streamer drama.
Don't tell me it's another no. Oh no.
I really don't care about this shit.
Mike from PA is caught here raging against the inevitability of Okay, all right, give me a minute. I've got to pause this so I don't get distracted. Okay, so Ethan again is on his he's on his Joker arc. I am so here for this. This is absolutely fucking amazing. So, Mike from PA is caught here, raging against the inevitability of dying alone. He is a 40-year-old, single, unkempt, and physically repulsive loser. That is why he keeps DMing AB unhinged shit like this continually over a year. AB has never responded, by the way. Don't tell Mike we took 18 days off in June. So after 6 straight months of crashing out, defaming Hassan, HD podcast is now 10,000 concurrent viewers in Hassan's stream. So he's messaging her all of this stuff.
I want
How do
pickup
you live
rate.
with
I should
yourself
take
with
it.
that man?
Okay.
Do you ever feel bad about it? Is the money at least good? So he just keeps DMing this so let me guess, AB is a girl, right? Like, let me, if I had to just flip a coin, it's a girl,
actually.
right? No, it's a guy? So he's messaging this weird stuff to a guy?
Warthog or
I
Stubby?
thought he was I thought this was like his, wow.
Electrocute, yeah.
Well,
Well, I don't know.
It's his employee.
This one has
I didn't
not
know.
got
Read
the
first
mastery
message.
unlocked,
How do you
so
live
maybe
with
we should do
yourself,
the
man?
master thing.
Oh, I thought you said, how do you live with that man? I didn't read it right. Okay, so it is a guy. So he's just been DMing. I wonder if Mike has ever DM'd me. I don't know. I probably didn't even check. And he's not a quitter, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, right? And so anyway, there we go. And leftist former campaign staffer. And now I yell about politics history. Well, you're certainly right about yelling. And so anyway, I don't know what to say about this. You gotta check. So he's just being DMing in general. What's unhinged about this? This looks normal. How do you messaging somebody in an ongoing way when they're not responding to you? Like, I've been down
Yeah,
bad
that's really
for a
weird.
girl like that.
Fire rate on this thing.
6 to 7 times, right?
So-
It's been about 6 to 7 times. Right, but like it never, and by the way, it never ended well, right? Like, I'm single, okay, guys, and so it didn't work, and so anyway, yeah, at least 6 to 7 times, fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. And so anyway, Simp Master. Well, listen, like, I mean, it's been a long 35 years, okay? And so anyway, yeah, 6 to 7. Are you
it
sure
gets
it's not
longer, don't
2.71?
worry.
No, absolutely. And anyway, so every single time that I've been messaging somebody, like, if I look back at all of those
That's what he
times
said.
that I messaged these girls over and over, whenever, and this is especially true whenever I was a lot younger, right? I regret every single one of them. I do. It was every single one of them did not, it did not end the way I wanted it to. She didn't just see the message. She saw it. She ignored it. That's what it was. I'm telling you guys, it did not fucking help. Okay. And so, yes, it's the talking. Yes. And so wearing my favorite shirt again. Oh, this one here. Yeah. I buy all of my shirts at the same place. It's called the Thrift Store.
I was gonna say Goodwill.
About once every
I
5
guess that's the
years,
same
and
thing.
I buy like 10 shirts. And then every once in a while, I'll go to Target, and there'll be like a plain gray
More
shirt,
crit,
and
actually.
I'll be like, oh, that's me, and I'll buy that one too.
Kind
But
of invested
otherwise,
into
yeah,
that
that's
now.
about it. Like all of my clothes, everything I get is all from the thrift store. I don't know. I just like the clothes there. I think they're nice. And so,
Yeah.
I just, I mean, if I like Balenciaga, maybe I'd buy that, but it's just not really my style. I think that the thrift store has some really nice stuff. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck branding, exactly, right? Do you own a single suit? I actually own 2
Pickup
suits
radius.
because whenever I went to buy I had to buy a suit to go to a friend's wedding, and I went and I got fitted for a suit, and I did all of that. And when I did, they had like a 2-for-1 thing. I literally just went to Men's Warehouse. I'm like, okay, just give me a suit. Let's get this done. I have to go to a wedding in 2 days. Let's move on, right? And so I went to Men's Warehouse. And I do have 2 suits. I have a blue suit and I have a black suit. That's it. And did they cup you? No, you have to pay extra for that apparently.
I didn't have to.
And you're gonna like the way
That
you look.
Asian
to be
lady was
fair, I
really
think I look
generous
pretty
with that
decent.
part.
Yeah, I'll be honest. And so yeah, you see people shitting on Thor's game. I could listen. It
Weapon
would be really
damage.
funny if I actually
Fire
went
rate.
and played Thor's game. Like, because I could do that. I could actually go and play his game and be
speed,
honest
no.
about it.
Can we reroll?
You know what I mean? Like, that's actually, I'm thinking about this. Quinn played
Lightning
it
speed.
and he liked it. Yes. What if, because like there's been so much conversation about it. Let me pull it up. Give me a second. I've got to pull this over here. Heartbound.
Nah, I can't get any of this shit. Okay.
Heartboard. No, Heartbound. Okay, so here we go. And so if you look at the game right here, and you can see the reviews are in fact overwhelmingly negative. You have 7% of the user reviews in the last 30 days are positive.
That's just because people are pissed off at Thor. It probably doesn't have anything to do with the game.
Maybe it's because of the lack of content. That must be it. I've actually never seen this trailer for the game. Let me watch the trailer right now. I don't know. And so anyway, let's go back. We're going to take a look at it. Here we go. I've never seen the trailer.
Potency. Yeah, I'll do
It's a
that.
kid with a dog.
Drones will seek out enemies or even greatly increase potency.
Yeah.
Probably
he in the
greatly
project,
increased
somebody shot
potency.
him. Is that what it was? Is this where he joins a gang? He's gonna join the Crips or the Bloods. This is the initiation ritual.
Yeah. You gotta beat him in.
We can fix this. Uh-oh. Leave me. Okay, so you just I could do that. I could easily do that. Yeah, it's just clicking on stuff. Time to wake up.
Find the supply
Wake up,
beacon.
bitch.
Okay. Should be over this way.
Okay.
Yep.
So I could theoretically play Thor's game for content.
Yeah.
That is an insanely good idea.
Oh no.
That is a great idea. Wow.
Maybe it's a fun game. I don't know.
How do you guys feel about that?
I looked at it once. The only reason I didn't do it was because it was like not released yet. It was like a preview or whatever, right?
Comes out,
like, nah.
and we're gonna play that. But overwhelming negative. Well, people are just mad about his fucking. I mean, let's be honest, right?
Yeah, I don't
they're
think it
not
has anything to do with the
reviewing
game,
it because of the
probably.
game. They're reviewing it because they just don't like Thor,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's it. And
Yeah,
how
I
many
think
devs
so.
are working? One, I have no idea. I have no clue at all. And so, yeah, I could play the game and give it an honest review and
Blue
be
projectile.
totally fair because that's all I ever am, right? Obviously. And so maybe I should do that. That'd be really funny. There's only 3 gameplay things to do. The rest is walking and reading simulator. Well, yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of games are like that nowadays. I feel like that's not really too big of a deal. So, yeah, that's it. He's the only one working on it. Oh, really? He doesn't have anybody else working on the game besides him? Is that true?
That's gotta be kind of hard to do.
He has
To be
one
real.
artist versus one guy that's doing music. Good for him. And yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
Change damage to
develop an
plasma
entire
or
video game
range
by
and
yourself,
damage.
That's a real pain
I don't
in
know
the
what
dick. So, like,
what
I
does
can only
plasma do?
imagine, it's a lot of extra work. So, you know, shout out for that, I guess.
Let's
And,
do-
Anyway, let's go back. I'll look at a few of these comments and everything.
Let's
here.
do
We'll
this,
take a look at
actually.
it. Women are going to take
I don't want to change
over
change the
gaming.
damage thing.
Uh-oh. Wow. What is this, a competitive Animal Crossing game? Whoa.
Status effect damage. We'll try that. I fucking died? Oh, god damn it, really? Shit, I wasn't paying close enough attention. Fuck.
I didn't know this.
I wasn't even looking at
okay.
it. Shit.
Bass song, yeah, I guess
Voltaic
predictable.
shock
I
fence.
don't know. I thought
Okay.
it was. I actually thought because the girls were like kind
Damn
of
it.
attractive. I thought that they were going to be logging on the OnlyFans or something like that. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But you know, this is also like not really that big of a difference, right? And so yeah, we're not beating the allegations. Look, guys.
Mining speed,
I
probably.
didn't post this, okay? I didn't post this. I
Movement
didn't say
speed,
this at
no.
all. And so anyway, ranked dishwashing, I guess so. And I don't stand a chance, kind of. Sure.
Max
My
HP.
friend plays these kind of cleaning games and she loves them. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some people like them. I just cannot understand doing that at all. I mean, I barely even clean up my own house, like, let alone somebody else's. My room is really, really dirty. I need to probably, I think in order to clean up my entire room, it would probably take me, I'm not even kidding you, 8 hours.
Jesus.
It would be an entire stream for me to clean up my entire room. It would be really, really bad.
Mine's a
you
mess,
guys
but I
have
could
no
probably
idea.
get it done in
there's
about
all kinds of
2 to
stuff.
3
Like,
hours.
if I just start looking down here,
Max.
like you've got a fucking Viking hat, right? And there's this. And then there's also this thing that I think Black Myth.
Most of that time would be
sent me
spent
as
on
well.
figuring out
And so
what
then
shit
on
needs to
top
go
of
into the
that,
spare
there's-
room
it's
in a box.
a multivitamin.
what shit in the
what
box
else do we have
belongs
besides
together.
that? There's soda and electric fly swatter, and that's just what's in immediate arm's reach of me. Not even the other stuff, right? You say it every year. Yeah, I would have to do that. And yeah, exactly. And why do you have multivitamins? Well, I got them. I think I probably should take multivitamins, but honestly, I was feeling a little bit tired.
Okay, we'll do this electric
I
fence
was worried
business.
about, like, oh, well, maybe I'm not really feeling super great. I found the solution to that. I just start eating a bunch of candy.
Oh no.
That's it. That's the solution.
Eat a lot
And
of
so
sugar,
now,
then
anytime
you'll feel
that I'm not
great.
feeling good, I eat a bunch of candy and beef jerky, and that's it. And so, like, and I never stop. I
like beef
never
jerky
stop, and
a
I
lot.
always feel good. Because I was thinking to myself, like, why did I feel better whenever I was 12 than now? Well, it's because I haven't how many candy bars did you eat today? 2? Oh, that's it? Okay, well, keep going.
Oh,
That's
God.
what I'm saying. That's horrible. That's how addiction works? No, it's not. No, it's not addiction. I just have to do it every
Yes, it
single
is.
day or my body gives me extreme pain. That's not, what do you mean by what are you talking about addiction for? Yeah, what does this guy mean? But no, anyway, so yeah, no, I did actually probably triple the amount of candy that I eat, and it made me immediately feel better. I feel a lot better all the time, every day. And so, yeah,
God.
that was it. And yeah, you just explained addiction? No, of course not. And yeah, there it is. That's dependence, not addiction, definitely.
I can't
And
tell
so
if he's serious or not.
You won't feel better? Oh, in the future? Maybe you're right. But, everybody dies eventually, right? And so, as long as, I get to eat candy and do things that I like doing, then, you can't really complain too much. And do you think Black Myth Wukong got robbed for Game of the Year? Do I think it got robbed for Game of the Year? No, I know it got robbed for Game of the Year. It was obvious. The Astrobot winning Game of the Year? Suck my fucking dick. Are you
That's like
kidding
6
me?
months ago. What the fuck are they talking about?
A Mario ripoff game that's gonna win Game of the Year? Astrobot was great. I played it, but it's not Game of the Year, okay? Airport workers help a morbidly obese woman get on the plane.
Too bad Astrobot was like on PlayStation only, because that actually looks like a fun game to play. It actually looked like it was fun. But alas. It doesn't really look like anything's going on.
How's she gonna get in there, though?
Yeah.
Well, wait, hold up, wait a minute. You telling me that she could just, I mean, I guess maybe maybe her
Critical
legs
damage.
don't work or something like that. She moving her legs around? Yeah, it seems like she kind of moving her legs around
Critical
a bit
chance.
too. Like, so
Where we
how
have for
does this
crit chance?
happen?
8? Oh, because I died.
She looks
Fuck.
happy? Yeah, I mean, bro, wouldn't
I should
you be
abort this
fucking
and run
happy
right now.
if you
I
get
forgot.
carried around like you're fucking Xerxes by an army of simps everywhere that are paid to do this? Yeah, I'd be fucking happy. Absolutely. Yeah, it's free service. You're just getting carried around. Yeah, you eat whatever you want. She's a king, ain't 3 seats.
Reload
Yeah,
speed.
and that's what's really surprising to me about this is the fact that she's only in 1 chair, man. Oh my god. Well, anyway,
Sure, that's 'cause
I
she
don't
was
know how
too
this
cheap to
happened.
pay for
Pedo
2
Clown
seats.
creator
That's
outs
probably
himself.
why.
What is this? The Epstein client
'Cause
list
I
is
would be,
real. So is
to
the
be
Tooth
real.
Fairy and Santa Claus. So Stephen King is acting like it's not real either. What you have to understand about Stephen King.
I saw
is
that.
anything that Donald Trump says, Stephen King, anything that can make Donald Trump look bad, is something that Stephen King will do. So basically, if Trump was pushing the Epstein list, then he's
let's
gonna
do
say
real
that it's
speed
not
on
real.
this thing.
Like
Or
it's
Lifetime.
no,
Lifetime
literally
actually might
that
be
simple.
better.
Dude's on the list? No, he's not on the list. It's just him saying this. Like, again, what you have to
Fire
understand
rate.
with a lot of these people is that they don't really think anything. They just think
Plasma
whatever
bullets
the
or
opposite
turrets will
of
follow you
whatever
around.
the person they don't like is.
Follow me
They're
around.
like, okay, well, this guy thinks that thing. All right, well, I'm the opposite. I
Yeah,
think
I've
the
watched this a
opposite
few
thing.
times. Stephen
And
King
that's
just
it.
says
He's
stuff to
saying
be
it's not real,
contrary
it's
to
just
Trump
sarcasm.
because he doesn't like him.
So,
That's all. It's not
You
any
think it's
more
sarcasm?
deep
Maybe
than
it is,
that.
I don't know, but either way, it's hard to say. I mean, in a two-line
says,
tweet, it's really hard to say in general. Trump could cure cancer and he'd still complain about it.
Yeah, he would.
People will always complain. Like if people don't like you, they'll always find a way and a reason not to like you. Okay, like that's just the truth, right?
Sure.
And you see the first comment to his post. It's amazing. No,
I don't actually
guess
want to
can
take
look it up.
XP game,
don't
but I
even know
kind
I
of do.
am, but I will.
Maybe I should. I passed it up last time.
Stephen King. Okay, there he is. Let's see what he's saying. All right, what's the first comment? The one time you
Sure,
take Trump's
potency.
side is to defend. Okay. Okay, guys. Oh, wow. When he found out they were cutting a child orgy scene from a movie adaptation of It. Oh, wow. I did not expect this take from you. I think that, again, there's probably some sort of oppositional thing that he has to Trump with this. That's this guy's entire internet presence. So I wouldn't think about that at all.
Yes, I remember when Trump got elected, Stephen King announced that he was leaving X because of it in protest. I think he might have even said he was going to Blue Sky, which is fucking funny. But somewhere along the way, he got bored with that, and so then he came back to X, and then just, he occasionally just chimes in and says shit that, is contrary to whatever Trump says. It really is. He's just hate watching or hate commenting. That's all. Like, I don't think there's anything more to it than that. It's fine if he wants to do that, but, like, we can all see what's going on here, right? And I like Stephen King as an author. I think his books are good. Or at least they were in, like, the 70s through the 2000-ish. I don't know about his newer stuff, but, like, yeah. I like a lot of his books, but that doesn't mean that he knows shit about politics. Or that I should take his opinion seriously. He's just another dude. That's it. He's not in any way like an expert on the subject matter that he's talking about, as far as I know. He's an author. He writes good books. That doesn't necessarily translate to whatever stuff he's commenting on. That's all. Contrast that with if it was some world-renowned neuroscientist talking about figuring out the brain or something. Okay, well, I would probably take what he says a little bit more seriously because he's got some skin in the game. But you also then have to take that into consideration. Well, of course he's going to say that because he's a neuroscientist. So for his career, it would be good if this thing happens or whatever, right? So but the good experts in the field actually back up what they're saying with facts. And occasionally that does happen. And it's pretty great when it does, and you might actually learn something. So watch out for that. But, otherwise it's just some rando talking about something they don't really know about. Even if that rando is a famous person. This happens all the time in Hollywood. Celebrities chime in on things that, I know that they're not an expert in whatever that is they're talking about, but they feel like they got to put their 2 cents in, right? And people take it more seriously. Some people do actually take it more seriously. Well, because it's a famous person that says that, and I like that famous person. That is a really stupid way to make decisions. But a lot of people do that, so I think that's all he's trying to do here, pretty much. He's just milking his name to get people to keep them relevant and all that kind of stuff, which is usually the reason that people in Hollywood do it too. Like Michelle Pfeiffer said something yesterday or earlier today about something that had to do with politics. I don't remember what it was exactly. It's like Michelle Pfeiffer I haven't thought of her since fucking Batman Returns. Or maybe it was the original Batman. Either way. And what the fuck does she know about politics? She's an actress, or was. I don't know. Maybe she quit doing that like 20 years ago and she is in the political field. But as far as I know, I don't think that's the case. So, like, it's a name I haven't heard for a while. But other than that, like, well, I'm not going to necessarily take what she has to say seriously. Unless I agree with it. But not because I like her or think she's, hot, or like it's like with Stephen King, like, oh, he's a good author, I like his books. Doesn't mean I need to take what he personally says about anything seriously if they're not an expert in the field. Now, if he was talking about being an author, that would be different. I think he actually published a book in the mid to late 2000s called On Writing, where he muses and talks about, like writing techniques, actually applying the craft of being an author. Okay, I would actually take that seriously. Probably there's a lot of information in that is quite relevant to that particular field. But he wrote that book on writing. He didn't write that book, on politics or on Donald Trump. See, he didn't write a book like that. You write a book about writing. That makes sense. But anyway, yeah. He's just doing that for internet good boy points so people remember that he's not dead. Same thing like with Michelle Pfeiffer. Oh, she's still alive? That's good, I guess. I haven't heard about her for like 30 years. So, I don't even mean that in a mean way. Just like,
starting to believe the list isn't real, and it was a made-up issue to have Trump get elected.
XHP.
Well, I don't think that like there's like a list of all the people that did bad stuff. But what I do think is that there is enough corroborating evidence to make a list. So, I mean, there isn't a list, but there's evidence to make a list. I think that's probably, can we all pretty much agree on that one, right? I mean, that's what I
you
would
figure
say.
out who's in the videos,
So,
you write their names down, that's the list.
And so, I mean, you talk about the idea of a list. I think this is a red herring. It's not about whether there's a list or not. It's about whether you can figure out who was doing this stuff or not, right?
Yeah.
At least that's what I think. I feel like that's the real conversation. That's the real issue. And so you want to be thinking about that. So I don't know what to say. There are documents, films, and videos, not a traditional list. Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, in the UK, a 12-year-old girl was sent home from school on Diversity Day because she chose to celebrate British culture. The teacher claims she was not dressed appropriately and points to the day this is to celebrate other cultures. Her father, Stuart, was furious. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe in 5 years this would make more sense because there'll be a minority there, right? I mean, the actual British people will be a minority. So maybe she's just 5 years early, and so that's it.
She's just ahead of the curve. They don't know it yet.
I could see this, by the way. I could see this being bullshit, and the girl is actually being sent home because you're not supposed to wear a dress of a certain length, and she got sent home because of that. And not
some other rules.
The flag on it. Like, I'm the kind of person that, like, whenever I see something like this,
but even then, why is she getting busted for that?
So
especially if it's something that's like a millimeter difference or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if it apologizes, then that's going to be
do the Thunderbird again.
Who knows? It's good thinking. Yeah, maybe it is. Either way, I'll see if there's any other extra evidence about it. Diversity includes everyone but the majority. Yeah, that's not logically possible. Celebrating British culture is a hate crime. Well, it's not. The thing is that the people hate. They hate the country, right? It's not complicated. Once you think about it from that angle, everything else that people like this do makes total sense. So
because we have a similar problem in the U.S. Not quite exactly the same,
but makes sense. It's probably because it's happening for that reason.
Yeah.
So
there's some parallels for sure.
I was trying to look up sources for things like this. I found several sources make it sound real. Oh my god. Well, listen, if it is real, as I said before, I do really think that they are speed running a massive amount of radicalization. They are it's
a little pickup radius. We don't want too much of that, actually.
And I don't think people understand that yet.
Damage and potency for electrical damage.
You hear about Trump on full 180 and is aiding NATO in the Ukraine war? Of course he is, because he tried to work things out with Putin. He thought that if he was diplomatic with Putin, that
this was a thing.
Could come to an end of the Ukraine war. Putin fucked them around for long enough, and so now he's helping Ukraine. I think that really it makes sense. I mean, he tried to be reasonable.
Yeah, he did. He gave Russia way more leeway than a lot of people wanted him to, actually.
And so now he's helping. Which, by the way, that's what I want to. That's what I would want to do. I would want him to do that. That's the order of operations I would want to work in. So yeah, I think that's totally
you just have to hope it wouldn't get that far.
So,
that's all.
Which he said he would do during the campaign, exactly.
But if it doesn't, it doesn't.
So that's really how I see it. Honestly, the list could have been made by anyone with the files. So the refutation of the list means that they're taking advantage of the oddest vocabulary of the mainstream. Yeah, I don't think it's really about the list. It's about who's implicated, right? The list is just simply a way of determining that. Reality has a funny way of catching up to people. If somebody breaks into your house at night, I think you should be illegally allowed to kill them.
We talked about this yesterday.
Is this you? What changed? The life of a single human being is worth more, is worth 1,000,000 times more than all the property of the richest men on earth. Here's what changed. Let me explain what changed. I find it ironic this is 1 year before January 6th on 2021. But what changed is that in 2020, in 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, there were what changed? I got
what?
Wait, I didn't even read that. He got fucking robbed.
Oh, his view on that?
I was gonna
changed
go off
because
on
he got robbed.
Social media, fucking tangent. Nah, bro, it's not that deep, bro. Like, he got robbed. Okay, wow.
Oh.
So there it is. Fair enough.
Max HP. Wow.
Yeah, how you missed that?
Okay,
I
we'll
just
do that.
Again, like I wonder that about myself a lot, okay? And, I played PUBG enough to wonder that. And, so yeah, luxury belief didn't
Flat
hold
damage.
up, huh? Yeah, I know. And again, I really wish that, we could ship all the people that have these kinds of viewpoints. We could put them in a super violent zone and then have them be the victims of these violent crimes and then see how they feel about it. Because I think that the majority of the cases of these people that think this stuff, they only think this stuff because it makes them feel good. It makes them feel good, and they're like, oh, well, let's go and,
Yeah, it's because they don't have to suffer the consequences of that decision.
So I can deal with it. Send them to Russia? Well, maybe. I don't know. And reality hit him? I know. I guess so. Even his statements aren't contradictory.
We'll do mining and speed again, just to grab it
It's
now.
protecting life. They're trying to gotcha him. Well, of course, obviously, but it seems like he clearly changed his viewpoint too. Well, yeah, it's a moral high ground take. Yeah, the thing is, like, excuse me. I hate moral high ground dandies. I'm not a big fan of it at all. And especially whenever they never have to deal with the consequences of it, right? Like, I'm okay if somebody wants to take the moral high ground if they actually believe what they're saying.
Yeah, I'll take this.
But if you don't believe what you're saying,
you gotta have some skin in the game. Otherwise, whatever you say doesn't really mean shit.
You think that people should think this. You don't really think this for yourself. And so, yeah, Babette, let's also have ICE take MAGA people off the street and ship them to Alligator Alcatraz without any court. Seems fair to me. Why would ICE ship off American citizens to El Salvador? Why would they do that? What are you, retarded? Like, why would they ship American citizens? No, they're shipping illegal aliens that aren't supposed to be in the country. Are you dumb? Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'm so over this shit. What do you mean? What is that really like some kind of like gotcha or something? Wow, that's really low quality, huh? And so anyway, let's go back. We'll look at a few more of these here. Yeah, what a silly thing to say. And anyway, accurate. What's this?
Trump is literally a convicted felon. He has 34 counts. Oh, can you explain to me what it is that he did? Well, he paid a corn star light or something. Got it. You don't know what he did. Well, here's what happened. Yes, Trump did pay Stormy Daniels hush money, which is not illegal. His lawyer, Michael Cohen, fronted the...
If you want to fuck a bitch and pay her money to not say anything, that's not a problem to me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I guess I don't either,
Why
really.
am I supposed to give a fuck about that? Why am I supposed to give a fuck about? Why am I supposed to care about that? Like, really? Like, why would I care about that? That's not a big deal to me. Yeah, like, really? I mean,
If they both
So
agree to
moral
that being
character?
the situation, then what's the problem?
you're right. You're right. It does. It does. You're right.
Okay. Trump reimbursed him in 2017 monthly. Sounds shady to me. He labeled the payments as legal expenses in his bookkeeping. That's it. That's the true crime.
Yeah.
So that's 34 felonies.
He labeled it wrong when he was filing his
That's 34
taxes.
bucks.
The hush money had to be filed under a
Wait,
different
so he got
category.
34 felonies for labeling reimbursements wrong? Yep. And by the way,
Yes.
that's a misdemeanor.
Yep, okay,
But
that's
New
what
York
happened.
tried to upgrade it to a felony by claiming it was a secret campaign expense.
Bribes go under a
That's
different
2017.
category, Donald. You know
Exactly, past the
that.
statute of limitations. And not one person in New York has ever been convicted of this, ever. So why did he get convicted?
Well, I wonder
Because they
why.
found 12 people who hate him enough to say he's guilty. But still,
Because they
convicted felon.
they did anything
So
they
like,
could
you
to
go
like
out for lunch
pin
and say
something
it's
on him.
Consulting instead of salad and fries. Should I just go to Rikers? No. That's how big this is.
We'll
They
try
turned
this too.
accounting labels to felonies just to get a mugshot. And y'all act
That mugshot went hard though. Like,
It
I'm gonna
did.
be honest. Like, that mugshot was really good.
Yeah.
he robbed a bank or something. Okay, but he's still a felon.
Yeah.
And you still can't explain why. You just
He
want
was
the
convicted. It's mental gymnastics.
headline, not the truth.
Well-
Trump didn't get 34 felonies. He got one payment labeled wrong 34 times.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. Like, I basically just like here's what I've said before, right? She's literally just arguing semantics. Well, I mean, felony is just a word, right? I mean, like, I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, like, they're not all felonies are created equal. I mean, you can murder somebody, that's a felony, and you can also DUI, and that's a different felony, right? One's worse than the other, but they're both maybe
Or sell
bad.
weed.
But the fact is, like, I'm not gonna give a fuck about, like, the thing is that if you convict somebody of something and they get in trouble for it, and I'm saying, like, well, I don't even think you should get in trouble for this. Why should you expect me to act like it's a bad thing that they got in trouble if I don't even agree with the thing that they got in trouble with? That doesn't even make sense. Why would I give a fuck about that? Yeah, it's dumb, man. And all IT crimes are felonies. Yeah, exactly. DUI not felony. Oh, I thought it was. Well, maybe
If you get a few of them, it is.
more than once. So, you know, I think that like you kind of level that up. And
Yes.
so yeah, it's campaign finance laws. Yeah, but like again, like if you have some sort of law or whatever, like I don't really judge the law based off of what the law is. I judge it whatever I believe my morality is, what mood I'm in that day, right? And so like really,
Goddamn.
I don't really judge things like, oh well, this is the way it should be or not. Or this is the way it is or not.
Critical
I judge things in the way I
chance.
think it should be.
Sure.
And so yeah, every law and everything.
Critical
to me, it's like, there are
damage.
plenty of laws that like if I could
Maybe.
ignore them, I would easily, right? I would break the law. Fuck it, man. Who cares? I think the best example of that for a lot of people is smoking weed. Like smoking weed is
See,
illegal,
yeah.
I think, still on the federal level, but everybody
It
does
is.
this shit all the time. So are we supposed to act like this is some kind of like fucking evil thing? No, of course not. It's bullshit.
Well, it's also
So
because
don't go and let
the federal government doesn't
tell
enforce it.
you
They
something
leave it
that's
to the
illegal
states,
and
and then
then
the
make you
late
think that
the
it's
state
wrong.
says
There's
it's
plenty
fine.
of things like that
Then
that are like that.
that's it.
Didn't all the charges get dropped or some shit too? Well, I don't know about that. And so yeah, in courts where semantics become definitions or dismissals, yeah, exactly. But like you're asking me as an individual person to actually care about it. We know the truth. Wait, is this another one? Isn't this the start of Oblivion? Wait, actually it is. That's funny. I didn't think about that. Oh God, what is this?
I was mentioning
Critical
watching a
damage.
video that was critiquing you for mentioning you work at Blizzard so much. I literally never talk about it. When I worked at Blizzard, I did that for Blizzard 7
We
years.
saw
At
this
Blizzard,
exact
Blizzard.
thing
I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. Used to work at Blizzard Entertainment, your red team
this
specialist
got
for
posted
Blizzard
this
Entertainment.
yesterday.
And Blizzard is having worked at Blizzard.
Okay.
Blizzard. I grew up.
Okay, yes, obviously. I've already seen it once, okay? It was funny the
I
first
haven't
time.
seen it.
I will admit it was funny, but we don't need to watch it again, okay?
So he
And
talked about
anyway,
Blizzard
let's
a
go
lot.
Back over here, we'll look at the other ones.
Is
all
that
right?
it?
They won't like this one. In China, reportedly introduces a new divorce law. Wives can no longer claim husband's property after divorce.
Yeah.
Wow. God damn. That's kind of a pretty big one, huh? Holy
Yeah.
shit. I wonder what the hell happened over there. Well, I don't know, but it sure seems like things are changing. I'll tell you that. China
Yeah.
W. Yeah, I guess so.
China
And,
W, for sure.
I don't know. Like, I mean, again, I'll get married in China. Yeah, does it go both ways? I wonder if it does. I have no idea. But
Stats affect
it's
damage,
interesting. I
actually.
feel like this is definitely a definitely huge incel W, massive incel W. Amazing to see, huge, crazy to see. There we go. Marriage to Chinese characteristics. I guess so. What Hassan compares himself to Superman.
Oh no.
So, like, what Superman does here is his involvement in global affairs, like his moral compass causes others to also take action, causes others who have power to also take action. He literally makes people, he springs others into action. That's the whole point. That is the I don't know.
Superman's
I
a
just saw,
comic
like,
book
a lot
character.
of,
He never said free
what I've tried,
free Palestine, by
to
the way.
do,
I'm pretty sure. So
with commentary in general, which is like to
fucking
influence
silly.
others to also do right and to defend vulnerable people and to show by not just telling but
I felt this same way about Thanos.
yeah,
doing, no matter what the repercussions are. And I think that's that was what was great. Like, he is an inspirational figure.
Yep,
not just
that's how I felt
inspirational
too.
towards human beings, but also towards
Yep.
metahumans.
I have never actually watched those movies that have Thanos in them, but it's so much a part of the internet zeitgeist that, like, I pretty much know what happens, even though I haven't seen the movie. So, like, I get it. But I should watch those movies sometime. My problem is that I just can't stay awake long enough.
And people who are powerful themselves.
If I'm not doing something, I'll just fall asleep.
Sometimes it's okay to do good.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah, Thanos, exactly. No, I mean,
Reload
like,
speed.
I really, guys, as much as I can meme on Hassan, this is probably the one thing that I can't meme on him for. When my latest media upload was me saying that I was Jesus, okay?
Oh.
Like, this is probably the one thing I can't be
Personnel
like,
pick up
okay.
nearby XP and
Well,
materials.
wow, Hassan's such a
Turns
fucking
slow
asshole.
nearby enemies. I don't
Well,
know.
it's like literally the last
We'll do
thing
this
that
one,
I
I guess.
uploaded onto Twitter was me being Jesus. Like, yeah, guys, I read the Bible.
Well, I guess if Hassan
really
compares
relate to
himself to
Jesus
Superman, that's not a
Christ.
big deal then. Yeah.
And anyway, no, yeah, but you're joking? Yeah, sure, I'm joking. And, but no, it's just, again,
Critical damage, I
I
guess,
think
I
it's
don't know.
funny. I mean, obviously, everybody wants to see themselves as being Superman, right? That's why every kid likes Superman, right? They want
Yeah.
to imagine themselves as being Superman.
Or like Spider-Man.
It's not really that crazy.
I
is
think
it? don't know what
Spider-Man's
to
probably
say.
more popular.
And so, yeah, and I believe you are Jesus. Well, maybe. I guess we'll find out. And yeah, let's read. Thanks for the 5 subs. I appreciate
Max
it. Thank you,
HP
thank you, thank
or
you.
XP
And,
gain
yeah,
or
obviously
reload.
we've
I
had
do
a,
reload speed on
both
this
sides.
one.
So this is
need
the
to level
big
this up.
thing that happened today, right? And so anyway, House Republicans have blocked an effort by Democrats to force the release of the
let's see.
Epstein files. This, in my opinion, so let me get this straight. So
10% damage.
this is not even really what happened, right? Basically, they tacked the Epstein files. Let's go back. We're gonna watch this right here, okay? Let's take a look at it. It's bullshit. It is. It's bullshit. So let's go ahead and look at it here.
Breaking news, the Republican-controlled House Rules Committee has just voted to block the release of the Epstein files. Joining us now.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but this was actually a cryptocurrency bill, and they tacked the Epstein thing onto it so they could, and this is something that Republicans were already against to begin with. And so they tacked the Epstein bill onto it so they could say that Republicans were voting against it. Meanwhile, that had nothing to do with it at all.
Oh,
Yeah, hey, how I do this? Yeah,
okay.
This is crazy.
All right, I see. So the Democrats tried to tack release the Epstein stuff onto a bill that they knew that the Republicans were going to vote against anyway, and then they pull that shit where, oh, they voted against releasing the Epstein files. No, they voted against the thing that they were going to vote against in the first place before you even tacked that on. That's If that's what's going on, that yeah. Uh-huh. So that's not even politics at that point. You're just trying to make the other side look bad in a bullshit way that has nothing to do with it. Just if you want the Epstein files released, just make that be its own thing. Why you got to tack it on to something else? Same thing with the big beautiful bill. I hated that. I don't like shit where you got this big bill that has all kinds of stuff in it that doesn't have to do with each other. Because then that's how you get that kind of thing. Oh, well, this bill is funding the cure for cancer. But we're also going to tack on this thing that says that we can kill all the puppies in the world. So you're fucked no matter how you vote for it. You either vote for curing cancer, but that's not what they'll say. They'll be like, well, he voted to kill puppies. Or even if you do it the other way, you voted to kill puppies, or to not kill puppies. So you voted to not kill puppies, but they'll say that, well, but you voted against the cure for cancer. When they tack shit on like that, then you're fucked no matter what. That's why you shouldn't be able to do that. That's just horsing around. You're wasting everybody's time doing this shit to try to get like people's good boy points, but it doesn't fucking mean anything. And both sides do this, by the way, and I fucking hate it. No. Stick to the one topic at hand, vote on it, and then do the next thing. These do not have to be a part of the same vote. Split them out into two different things, because they are two different things. It's so fucking annoying. I hate that shit. I don't think that should be how Congress works at all. Nope. One subject at a time. That's it. Because they do this shit constantly. Oh, he voted against blah, 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 blah. Well, what else was in that bill? Because I'm sure it wasn't just that one thing. But nobody thinks about that far. Not a lot of people. They hear they see the headline, or they hear the blurb on the radio or the TV or whatever, and then they convince themselves these people are fucking Satan over here that voted against this thing, when that's not at all what the actual situation was. That's just complete bullshit. That's just brainwashing people, just deceiving them in every way possible for nothing more than to like get one over on the other side. It doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't get any like legislation that the people actually need to get done. That's not happening. You're just fucking around for good boy points that aren't even like earned good boy points. It's fucking ridiculous. So if that's what was going on with this thing, which I totally believe it, we'll see if they have something to show that that's actually the case, but I totally believe that. Yeah, because that sounds about right. These guys would rather fuck around with some goddamn fifth grade schoolyard drama bullshit for popularity points versus, actually get anything done, which is what their job is. That we are their bosses, by the way. They should. My advice to anybody, particularly younger people, is never, ever, ever let the government forget that they work for you. It's not the other way around. I see on Twitter, some posters refer to Trump as the boss. These people don't actually work in government where that would be technically true. They're just like fans of him, and they call him the boss. The boss said this, or blah, 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 blah. No. You are their boss. You are Trump's boss. He's an elected position. The people can hold him accountable. He's not the boss of us. We're the boss of him. Same thing with Congress, especially in that case, because specifically their role is to represent us rather than us having to do a purely democratic vote on every fucking thing, because that just wouldn't work. That's why we sent representatives to vote on our behalf. They are literally our employees. They are not our leaders. Your Congress people are not your leaders. The mayor of your town is not your leader. They are your employee. Whether you voted for them or not, this is who you're paying for to work this job, right? Hold their feet to that always. Never let them forget it. I think the problem we're having here right now is a direct effect of people forgetting about that and having that like backwards. Oh, these are our leaders. No, they're not. No, they're fucking not. They're somebody that you elected to cast a vote in Congress on your behalf. They are literally your employee. They're an errand boy for you. That's it. So don't get it twisted. And I think if more people held their representatives accountable for bullshit like that, putting two different subjects in the same bill, which pretty much guarantees it's going to fail, and then somebody's going to try to use that as media fodder to make the other one look bad. No, this doesn't accomplish the goal of representative democracy at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't exist in any capacity. And the only thing at all, it's a piece of legislation where that wouldn't be specifically true is like a particular budget bill, because like, okay, we have a bunch of money that we need to spend on various services that the government's going to do. Well, by virtue of that, then you're going to have a bunch of different things you're spending it on that don't really have anything to do with each other, except that we as the people decided we want to fund these things. That's a little different, but even that, I would try to like organize the budget in such a way that you've got similar things that go together, like anything that has to do with ecology, land management, probably climate stuff. If you want to do any of that, that would be kind of like part of that, because it's like all kind of in the same broad subject in a way. Same thing for like technology. You know, where we want to invest in for, say, like AI, and probably because of that, then you would have to look at how you're going to generate the power to run it. So these things have a little bit of overlap, even though power generation and AI are two different subjects, but they like interdepend on each other to some degree. Okay, fine. Let's try to organize those things that actually have something to do with each other in some chunks, and then chop up the budget into those chunks and then vote on those chunks individually. I think that would get us closer to actually what the people want, rather than, well, we got to vote for this whole bunch of shit all at once, yes or no, and that's it. And there's like literally 700 different subjects of topics that are in there. That's too much. I don't think that's a good way to do it. So no, like I don't like bills that have anything amended to them that don't have to do with what the bill was supposed to be about in the first place. I don't like that. I can't say it enough, but I don't want to spend the rest of my waking hours today bitching about it. But I could easily. Very easily. I vehemently hate this. I'm not super passionate about a whole lot of things, but this is one that's just, it's completely dead wrong to me. Don't do that shit. These could have been two different things. They didn't have to go together. And it just impedes things getting done. Just so one side can, you know, get a one-up on the other. As long as they spin the media about it right. So if that's what's going on with this thing, which it makes perfect sense now, because like, why did the Democrats all of a sudden want to release the Epstein files? They had 4 years to do that when Biden was president, and they didn't seem to think it was very important then. So I actually think that Trump, if Trump is playing 4D chess, here's what happened. Because, like, you know, like somebody asked about last week about like the Epstein files or whatever, and he's like, wait, why are you guys still talking about this, right? Like we saw this the other day. My conspiracy theory is that he did that on purpose. Not because that he wants everybody to forget about it, but specifically for that reason, is that he wants like the Democrats to latch onto that now. Oh, well, Trump doesn't want us to release the Epstein files, so we should release the Epstein files. See what I'm saying? I think the Democrats are getting played on that one, or at least like in my fantasy, conspiracy world, like if Trump was smart and that's what he was doing, I mean, bravo to him. And I mean, it's politics, and it definitely could be. Especially because he doubled down on this, like, that was like a week ago, the first time he said anything about that. And he was like, wait, what the fuck? You guys are still talking about this? And then he was interviewed yesterday or a couple days ago, relatively recently, more recently than that interview, and kind of doubled down on that same thing. He's like, I don't know why people actually give a shit about this. I think it's boring. And then, now the Democrats want everything released. All this stuff, right? Or at least they say they do. Because that's what the natural response should be. So, like, this could all be just complete, political theater, what's going on right now. So, I kind of, like, as far as I take it seriously, it's pretty much it's the same thing. It's fucking 5th grade schoolyard drama at its core of what's going on, except that we've got like national security at stake and blah blah and this and that, but like it's not actually any more intricate than like, nope, it's just like us versus them. Figure out how to like fuck over the other one. And if you can, convince them to do something that you actually want them to do, but you don't want them to know that. So, like, you want them to do this thing, so you tell them you don't want them to do that thing, like reverse psychology, right? That shit works in real life a lot more often than you would think. So if that's what he's doing, well, it would be working. I don't know if that's actually, like, he's actually doing that or not. Probably in real life, probably not, but like in my head canon, in my conspiracy theory worlds, which isn't real life, by the way, it's just in my imagination. If that was what was going on, that'd be pretty good, right? The boring part is that's probably not what's going on. He's probably just like, I'm tired of talking about this. I got other shit to do. And really, that's it. Whether he has anything to do with it or not, because that's the thing, right? Like, oh, so he doesn't want to talk about it now, huh? Well, we think he's on that list, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, it's like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. It was that way last time when Trump was president too, is that the way things like worked in government when he was in charge, definitely, if you think about it, definitely had a reality show feel to it in a way. And it's been no exception this time around too. It's different in a way, but I kind of get that vibe. Like, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's scripted, but like, it definitely feels like you're just watching, The Apprentice 20 years later, more modernized, because that's kind of what it seems like, in a way. There's more to it than that, but yeah. When reality is crazier than fiction. But anyways, I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and I promise when I unpause this and they're still talking about how they're attaching two bills together to like fuck around, I'm not going to say any more about it unless they bring up some points that I hadn't already discussed, because I really could go on about this all day because I hate it so much. But anyways, be right back. Okay, actually, I thought of one other thing I want to say about the whole putting amendments to bills that have nothing to do with the bill. The reason why this is allowed at all is once we lived in a world where, okay, this sort of scenario would happen. The Democrats want to pass a law that says, I don't know, we want more funding for some social cause, whatever it is. And the Republicans are like, oh yeah, well, we want to build a few more coal plants, which were for the environment, which you guys aren't going to like. But so we'll put these things together and we'll pass it if we'll say, okay, your social program, but then you got to let us build these coal plants. You know, so like, it's a weird example, but like the whole idea is that this will encourage both sides to find reasons to compromise and at least get something done that, you know, we're moving forward and everybody's relatively satisfied that they got something that they wanted. Because like a deal isn't a deal unless both parties walk away thinking they got something out of it, right? But the way it works or how it's being used now, it's completely perverted from that purpose. So like that doesn't really work anymore. The way it's being used now, there should be some rules about that, because like, yeah, the way it's being done now, like that's just completely breaks down. There's no actual attempt to get this bill passed. It's just that, oh, they didn't vote for that thing, so that's a gotcha. You know, for clicks and headlines and etc., rather than, you know, actually getting something passed and done that the people, at least in some capacity, want to have happen, right? So no, nothing's actually getting accomplished there besides one side making themselves look good and the other side bad, or vice versa, right? So that's why I think it's bad. Like, there is a legitimate use for this technique, but it doesn't seem like that's what happens most of the time anymore. Anyway, that's all I have to say about it.
Like, how are so many people getting hoodwinked by this?
Well, and then people don't see what's going on because they just read the headline and they don't get the whole context of what's going on. Right? It's annoying.
With the House Rules Committee.
Well, it's very disappointing. I had a very simple amendment that the full
amendment. Bills aren't amendments. So you put an amendment to an existing bill. What was the existing bill about?
Epstein files should be released.
It had nothing to do with whatever that was.
To the House Rules Committee. Jim McGovern,
which is why they said no.
For House Democrats, made sure that all 4 Democrats voted for the release. Ralph Norman, a Republican, actually joined with the Democrats, saying that there should be a vote on the full release. Chip Roy didn't show up for the vote, but 7 other Republicans blocked it.
That's right.
As of now, there is going to be no vote tomorrow.
And also, apparently, it was about releasing all of the evidence, including, theoretically, the things that would put victims in danger. So let me get this straight. You tacked on to a cryptocurrency bill releasing all of the Epstein information, including the compromising stuff that would affect the victims. And you're surprised that people voted against this? How is this even real?
Oh, they're not surprised that people voted against it. They were counting on it.
The Epstein file should be.
They're just going to whine about it like they're surprised about it.
First stage of your attempt
That's the whole point.
to get a full vote
this is
by
so
the House
shameless.
Representatives.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
A full recorded vote. Everyone could see how their member of Congress voted on it.
Everybody could see how they voted. No, they can't, because they can't see what's being voted on because you're misrepresenting it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what was blocked by the Rules Committee, not allowing you to get to that stage.
Fucking
on
exactly.
The floor. Why would it be important to have that recorded vote on the floor?
Well, in a very simple
political
way,
theater.
we should
That's
see
why.
whose side are you on.
I
That's
said
really
that.
What this Epstein file issue has become.
It's all
not
drama.
Just about
It's just theater.
knowing who's being protected, the rich and the powerful, in terms of who.
I mean, I'll say that this is an effective technique. Like, I've got to respect them.
It's annoying because it
Yeah.
works, which is why they're doing it.
Definitely, like, this is the kind of energy that, remember whenever I said that if I ever wanted to do things that were against people's best interest, I would put it to a vote? Because I have such a low expectation of democracy and people that I will always expect them to do and work against their own best interests. I think this is exactly what Democrats did. This is one of the most cynical and the most fucking, like, absolutely insulting things that they could possibly do. And they effectively rolled the dice to see if people were that stupid, but they didn't realize that every single side was a nat 20.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
They really are that dumb. They sure are. Everyone's believing it? Yeah, they're all believing it.
Had interaction with Jeffrey Epstein. It's the
That's
sense
annoying.
that
If we
people
had
have that
a smarter
government
populace, they
is
wouldn't be able to do
beholden
this shit.
to certain interests who have their thumb on the scale, and that they're not working for ordinary people.
Yeah.
And what the Democrats are saying is, we want to make sure that we get full justice here, that we get full transparency. And this may have been the first attempt that was blocked, but I'll tell you, it's not going to be the last attempt. We already have Representative Vesey, who has a resolution. Leader Jeffries is saying that.
Why not just have the own standalone initiative to have the contents released, except for the stuff that puts victims in danger or, violates the privacy of underage people?
Yeah, just do that by itself. Why does it have to be tied to something else?
Rather than tacking this on to something else,
Yeah.
and then trying to play political mind games, expecting the public to be retarded. Really?
Well, because they know the public's retarded, so.
Transparency here.
They're underage?
We can
Well, they
keep
were when it
introducing
happened.
these kind of amendments every week, every month, to force the Republicans to demand the release. And this is something that many Republicans believe should happen, as was evidenced by Ralph Norman's vote.
Well, obviously not the 7 that went over here. And so anyway, that's basically what happened.
Critical chance?
And,
What do we
let's
have
go
for
back.
critical
Let's
chance?
find it.
44%,
Republicans
that's
blocked the
pretty
release.
good.
Okay, here we go. Let's watch
44.
it.
Questions on the amendment? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no.
Sorry about the audio.
No.
Independent chair, the noes have it.
It's supposed to be nay.
It's What is
The
this?
clerk will call the roll.
Oh my God, I can't even. Yeah, this is not even working. Sorry, I can't watch this. As the audio's fucked up. And anyway, so is this a library meeting? I guess so. And so anyway, they're all literally 100 years old. Yeah, surprise. And anyway, so this is a this is basically. Let me see if I can show this here, if I can find it. And Democrats tried to add this as an amendment to a bill about crypto, which they knew Republicans would vote against, so they could get the headline. It seems like it worked. And there we go.
Yeah.
And
so somebody else is saying
I
that too.
don't even
Okay.
understand how anybody can buy into this bullshit for a second, man. Yeah, this is insane. So they go and they put this in there, and this is, remember what I said before about how, like, remember that big fucking, the big beautiful bill, how I said that was a problem? And this is another example of this happening, right? This is the exact same thing.
That's what I
What
said.
these people do is they put out a bill. This is the way that they manipulate the public into supporting different types of initiatives and different bills, is that they put out a bill and then they add in, there's like there's a small part of this bill that is about helping babies with cancer, okay? But like the main part of the bill is about sending nuclear bombs to Israel.
Oh.
And so somebody votes against it and they say, oh my God, they want cancer babies to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
It's
no.
exactly what I just said.
This guy's horrible. Oh, no. Oh my God. Yeah, both sides do this. Yeah, this isn't a Democrat thing, by the way. Republicans
No, they all do this.
too.
It's fucking
And
annoying
so
every
yes, look,
time,
their
too.
vote, they want the babies to die. Oh no! And so anyway, this is what happens. Someone says, "Yeah, this is crazy that people are buying into this shit."
It's because they don't look past the headlines at all.
Unbelievable.
That's
and
why.
So when the other side wants it, the votes are attached to other things. Yes, exactly. And I want to know what it is. Some random crypto bill the Republicans aren't going to vote yes on just because the Democrats add an Epstein amendment. It's a political move. Yes, it's a cryptocurrency regulation. You can see it. It's right here. And then this is to provide for the regulation of payment stable coins. So let me see. Does this have the Epstein thing?
Let's do mining speed.
No, it's not even on there. But yeah, here it is. This is the one right here. The act may be a guiding national innovation. Let me see, can I find this here? Person term, controller, stable coin regulators. What the fuck does cryptocurrency have to do with Jeffrey Epstein?
Nothing.
If the big beautiful bill can include everything, why can't this one? Neither of them should.
No, it's all
stupid.
bullshit.
It's a bad system. It's broken. It's obviously fucking broken. What do you mean? Like, oh, well, if they're retarded, why can't we be retarded?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking to myself, maybe people should stop being retarded. Well, I don't know what to say, guys.
Yes,
Yeah, this is insane.
exactly.
It needs a reform. Yeah, this is amazing.
Like,
It's
for
a budget
real.
bill. It's
Yes,
supposed to include
exactly.
everything. Either way, I think that it's a massive problem that you have these huge amounts of things. They have 4 years to release them. Was barely mentioned or brought up. Nobody is demanding the release of the files. I actually believe the headline, the article is giving a full description of what happened. It just omits that Democrats wanted to add this to a bill about cryptocurrency that Republicans didn't want to vote yes on. Yes, they totally manipulated this. And what you're seeing right now on social media, and I want you guys to see this, is that you have tons of people right now that are believing this.
Yeah, of course. They just see it and assume that that's what's going on.
Let me go back and show you.
I
Look
saw
at
a lot
this.
of this also last night, scrolling through the Twitter.
106,000 likes. 49,000 likes. There it is. 51,000 likes. Gentlemen,
Nice.
when I said that I want to take away
Gold
voting
tipped
rights,
bullets.
I really,
Okay.
you have to understand that I have the best
Loki
intentions
smart
possible.
rifle.
Okay, I'm really trying to help everybody out. Okay.
Damn.
Elon pointed out the paid actors. Yes, exactly. And they want you to believe. I know. I tried to say it. I tried to stop it. You guys saying this the right way, Zach? What do you call it? Maybe it will actually get a vote on releasing it. You're not
Mining
seeing this
speed.
the right way. Do you really think that they're doing this? Like, Does anybody actually think that they're doing this in good faith at all?
No, they're not doing it in good faith
They're not
by
doing this in good
definition.
faith. They're obviously trying to manipulate a media narrative to create a directive. Like, Biden had these files for 4 fucking years. If the Democrats really wanted to release them, it would have happened.
Yeah.
So that's it. You should have to pay a citizenship before you test your vote. Well, I don't know, man. Maybe we should just go back to having a monarchy, okay? Maybe we just need to have a king.
Oh, shit, we got all kinds of stuff
you
open
either
up
take
here.
it or leave it, right?
Okay.
Like, you have a king, okay, this king is a crackhead. Well,
Keep going with
the way it
engineer.
goes, right? And, we'll roll the dice in 30 years and we'll see what happens after that. Yeah.
That's what we used to do. We got this far doing that.
Yeah, and yeah, you could have a
I'm not saying it's a good idea, but
it
must have worked.
Democracy,
kind
I'm
of.
not sure really.
You probably had some with some bad ones in there, though.
The strongest argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with the average voter.
Yes.
That's basically it. And so you have people pushing this agenda on this. Hey, MAGA, you want to explain why the fuck Republicans are blocking the Democrats from trying to release the Epstein files? And this is another big component to it, too, is that they wanted to release all of these files with almost no redactions at all. I think it was Tim Pool talking about this, right? Let me see if I can.
I don't know if
this.
that's what the thing actually suggested or not.
Anyway,
I didn't read it.
You're absolutely insane. Democrats actually voted to have the U.S. government publish child porn. What the fuck is even going on anymore? So you have it right here. This is a genius stunt. And so you can read it right here. So Attorney General shall retain, preserve, and compile any records or evidence related to any investigation, prosecution, or incarceration of Jeffrey Epstein. Not later than 30 days after the date, shall release and publish any records or evidence related to the investigation, prosecution, or incarceration of Jeffrey Epstein on a publicly accessible website. That is what people are crashing out over right now. Oh my God.
Homing bullets.
Can you believe that?
Or stubbies.
Yeah, there it is. Amendments
I think
to
the
the
stubbies
rules
actually need.
offered. This is insane. 100% dangerous order.
I think I should do that first.
I can't believe this. That doesn't say they can't redact the porn. Yes, it does. Any evidence. Is it evidence? Yes, it is. Okay, so then they have to publish it. It literally says that. It's in the definite. It literally. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, nobody's gonna vote for
So
that.
the Republicans voted against posting pedo videos for everyone to see. Yes, and also in a completely unrelated bill.
Yeah.
You're trying to pull some bullshit like this, and there are so many people
Max
that
HP,
are buying in on it. This is shocking.
Yeah, it's because they don't read past the headlines. They don't even read the article. They just read the headlines. That's the problem.
They redact any
And both sides know that, by the way, and they would use it to their advantage. That's why we have this shit going on.
Such as redacted images. They said any evidence. They said it multiple times. And again, let's go back. We'll look at it. Do you want me to look at it again? How many times do you want to look at it again? Any records of evidence, anything like this, any records, evidence, anything like this at all. And so you're saying text evidence? Exactly. And it's always redacted. Yeah, I can't argue with these people. Listen, why the fuck did you put it on a bill about cryptocurrency? Ask that question.
Yeah, why?
If you wanted to actually pass this bill and you actually wanted the Epstein files released,
The easiest way to do that
why the
would
fuck
make its
would
own
you
thing.
put it and attach it to a bill that the people against it already don't like?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, to make them look bad.
Like, why would you do that? Because like, if you wanted it released, wouldn't you want to release it on a bill?
So number one, they didn't want it released, but they said they did in order to make the other side look bad. I think that's where we're at. Okay.
That they also agree with? It's politics. Yes, exactly. It's political theater. Exactly. This is amazing for me to see this and to see so many people be taken advantage of by this.
Jesus Christ.
This is crazy. It's
Streamer
not the Democrats
drama
play the game,
isn't
but not Trump.
as pathetic as some of this
What?
shit. And that's saying something.
Well, wait a minute. When did I say it was good for Trump to do this? When did I say this?
I don't know what to pick on this.
No, I'm just curious. No. It's okay. This is your. How many fucking accounts have you had? This is a bad faith person. It is an absolutely bad faith person. But I will give them one response before they get banned. Okay?
I'll do this
that's
one
reasonable. First. I think I'm being nice. I'm a very good
shit.
guy.
I gotta get out of here.
Listening to different opinions. I got debated by a title so bad, didn't even question it until you brought up on stream. I know. And,
yeah,
and
that's
guys,
the problem. A lot of people get baited with those
debated
titles.
Too. I have. I've been debated. I've been taken advantage of. I've been goofed around too. I have read a headline and believed it and then gone with it. We've all made that mistake.
Oh yeah, we all make this mistake. But after a while, you kind of learn that, like, after a while, you see what's going on there with that. Because, like, somebody's trying to make you think a certain thing. And it's one of those situations where a lot of people fall for it, but after a while, you know, some people actually, like, learn not to take the headline at face value. And then once if you're in that position and you learn that, then it's way easier to actually see these headlines. It's because not every headline is loaded to this sort of degree, but like you learn to see it. And you see these headlines, and these headlines look like they might as well be in the fucking supermarket tabloids, like the Weekly World News or something, for how sensational they are. And then, you know, the actual truth is not nearly so dramatic or whatever. But after a while, you just learn to... You see the headlines, but if you don't read the article, you just fucking forget about it. You're like, it's probably some bullshit. Who cares? If I couldn't be bothered to read the article, then I probably don't care about whatever the fuck that is. But a lot of people don't do that because they're too shallow in terms of their thinking skills. They haven't even got to the point where they actually consciously realize they don't give a fuck about this, so they go along with it. But yeah, you get fooled enough times, then you're like, oh, I know I don't give a fuck about this, so I'm not even going to pay attention to it at all. Headlines already deleted from my brain. Or I'll read the article and then make up my own mind. But, like, you know, you got to get that far first. And a lot of people don't. And that's what, when these Congress people pull shit like this, they know that. So they're trying to manipulate you and shape public opinion because they know that most people are too stupid to, you know, take that extra step to either realize they don't give a fuck about whatever the situation is or read more into it so they know what's actually going on, instead of just taking the headline for granted. Anyways, let's go. HP or armor? I guess armor is supposed to be better because it's rare, so I guess we'll just do that. Let's go. Oh, let's go.
Mistake, okay,
there
guys? We have. But anyway, this guy's not even a day old. I feel like at that point, I mean, this is basically still just an abortion, right? And so, yeah, we're going to abort this account right now. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. It's a post-birth abortion, but that's all right. You know, everybody makes mistakes, sometimes later than others. And anyway, let's see here. Yeah, we had a little bit of plan B. And, nobody, I never said that. Nobody was saying that. Nobody's even trying to imply that. You're just making up a narrative and fighting with it. Are you sure it's post-birth? Well, I would hope so, right? But anyway, let's go back. I'll look at a few more of these things here too. But yes, and so anyway, you have everybody pushing the narrative that the Republicans are trying to protect the Epstein files while they intentionally release it attached to a bill that Republicans are already against in order to force them to say no, in order to, or just let this bill that they don't even agree with get passed, and then have all the evidence get published, right? Which could potentially endanger people. So it's just a ridiculous
Yeah, so
thing
they're
to
not
say.
going to do that.
It was a Republican bill. Well, then why were all the Republicans against it to begin with? Why did that happen to begin with? So what is this? Why are we arguing about political posturing?
Well, because that's what it
correct?
is.
In my opinion, I think that this is a political game being pushed by the Democrats, and they just tried to do this to make the Republicans look bad.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, so
fucking
many
exactly.
people on social media are stupid that it actually caught them. It caught so many people. That's it. And also, if it was a Republican introduced bill, then why were all the Democrats voting for it in the first place? Why wouldn't they have been the ones to introduce it? So let me get this straight. It's a Republican introduced bill that all of them decided to vote against? It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't even know what the hell to say. And voting is on the amendment to see if to add it. Yeah. The vote was on the amendment to see if to add it. Well, why would they want to vote on the amendment? Why would you want to add that in to begin with? It has nothing
just say
to do
no.
with the bill.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I would say no for that reason alone.
What are you talking
Doesn't even
about?
matter
Why
what
would
it's
you
about.
It doesn't even make sense.
If the original bill was about cryptocurrency regulations, like they said, and let's suppose that the Republicans actually did want that thing to happen, it still doesn't make sense why this extra like, just out of principle, if you want to, like, hey, how do I put it? I came up with this bill. All the people on our team like it. We're going to vote on it. And then the other side goes like, well, let's tack this thing on. Let's see how bad you really want it. And then tack this thing on there too. I just out of principle would be like, no, you're not doing that. Even if I would vote for both of those things, I see what you're doing and we're not playing that game. So I would say no to it anyway. If I was in, the position in Congress where I had to make a decision on that, I would just be like, no, fuck you guys. We're not doing this right now with this thing. If that's what you want, make it its own thing, and then we'll decide on that. That has nothing to do with what we're trying to talk about right now. So I would just say fuck no matter what. Even if I wanted this bill to pass, I would still say no, because out of principle, like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do this shit. Get the fuck out of here. So there's a bunch of different ways to look at the dynamic that's going on here. But, like, if it were me, I would just say, nope. No. Let's just do the one thing at a time and run with that. Because if the other side wants to tack something onto your bill, they're trying to fuck around with you. 100%. So I would just shut that down altogether. Like, no, we're not doing that. Anyway, let's see. Fire rate, probably.
These are two completely different things.
They have nothing to do with each other at all.
It's amazing. Let me go back. I'll listen to one more person, okay? Educate yourself. What do you want me to know? What do you want me to know? Here we go. Let's go back. We're going to listen to this right here. Educate myself on what? The vote wasn't on the final bill. What does that have to do with it?
I wouldn't include... No, the vote was to include the amendment, and they said fucking no. I would have done the same thing.
I'm not even understanding what your point is.
Yeah,
Why
I just
would
shut
that
that down
matter?
right away.
It was for the amendment? Well, why would the amendment? Why would you include an amendment about Jeffrey Epstein in a cryptocurrency bill?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with this. I would say no for that reason alone.
Why would you do that? They voted to block the amendment. No. But why would you put
Electric
an
fence.
amendment for Jeffrey Epstein? You're on timed out. Why would you put an amendment for Jeffrey Epstein in a cryptocurrency bill?
Here we go. More damage for literally everything else. Yeah, probably that.
Is this
I don't
gonna
know
get passed
actually.
and sent to Trump?
How about
Let's take a look at it.
increased
We're going to see.
potency?
It's a today bill. Because
Reload
it was
speed,
the most
sure.
recent bill. Do you think that it's appropriate to have a bill
Electric fence.
about cryptocurrency also involve
Crit
the
chance.
disclosure of Jeffrey Epstein's files? Do you think that's an appropriate and reasonable thing to do?
I sure don't. We just talked about that for
Does
the
that
last
make
hour.
sense to you? Yes, at this time, yes.
Why?
It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it does. Now, you're getting banned because you're insulting me and
Why would you say yes to that? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Because at some point, the other side is going to use that same exact tactic against you, and then you're going to cry about it. It would be better to just not allow it at all, I would think. Because, like, don't give yourself the ability to do something if you don't want it to be used against you by the other team. Because they will. And they'll make you regret granting yourself that power. So, like, I would never say yes to that question for that reason. Even if I really, really, really wanted this thing passed, I would still say no, because otherwise it's going to bite you in the ass later on. Probably worse than whatever advantage you get out of getting your way on that thing. So, no, I would say no. Depends, though. There's probably more specific politics to it even than that. But as a general rule, I wouldn't do that. No, it makes things too complicated later on.
calling me stupid, right? Like, again, I engage you in good faith, right? But you can see, obviously, no, it doesn't. It has nothing to do with it at all. And so why not make its own separate bill? People make amendments to bills all the time to push for something. That's why the big beautiful bill covered literally everything.
Damage.
Yes, and go back to the way that I talked about that. I criticized that as well. I said that was bad also. Literally, one of my most recent tweets is being critical of the big beautiful bill because it is almost as long as the
Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I remember him bitching about that.
This idea that this is some kind of fucking points game. No, it's not. I've said the same fucking thing. Yeah, it's just crazy. People are morons, bro. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
Republicans wouldn't pull this move. They do, and they're being morons. When
Regular
they do it, too.
people treat...
It's a bullshit thing to do that everybody does.
Regular people treat politics like fantasy football. Because most of the people that get into fantasy football have no idea what the fuck they're doing in the first place, but they got to make a decision, right? They got to have an opinion about something. And it gives them something to talk about around the water cooler. This is the same shit. It's how people treat it. Which is why it's in the fucked up situation that it's in, by the way. Like, the people share some blame for this, for letting their representatives behave this way. Because it's ultimately not in the people's best interest, I don't think.
And the thing is that when you notice it and you see it, you should call it out the same as I did. Now, here's what the problem is. And this is the usual problem that we always have. It's that nobody else is trying at all to be consistent in any facility at all except for me. I am consistent with this every single time. I said this is bad every single time. And the fact is that some people try to act like they're scoring points when it's their side that does this and plays this little game. And so, yes. And explain why Republicans flipped after the Epstein part was introduced. Suddenly they're against pork bills because it's unrelated and they're trying to politicize it in a different way. They're turning something that they're trying to advocate for into something.
Yeah, the Republicans are against pork bills because this particular one would work against their cause. Otherwise, they would have no problem using the same tactic the other way around. And vice versa for the Democrats. So, yeah, you're going to be against pork bills when you don't feel like you're getting your way out of it. Neither side has a monopoly on that. They both do that. And that's all the more reason to just not have pork bills in the first place. And if anybody doesn't know, a pork bill is exactly the situation we're talking about, where you got this one thing that's introduced, it deals with one very specific thing, and then somebody wants to tack something unrelated on. That unrelated thing that's tacked on, that's pork. Yeah, I don't think that pork bills should be the standard way to get things done. It should be an exception because there's a place where it can actually still work for pretty much everybody. But the way that gets used these days, it's probably almost never the case. Really. So, yeah. Sorry, we're still kind of talking about this, but we're talking about slightly different things, I guess, that go along with it.
It's totally different. Yeah, obviously it's something that's not even, they're not even related to each other.
Yeah, it's annoying.
Why would you even do this in the first place? There's no logic to this at all. They're trying to make it a partisan issue. Yeah, this should not even be a partisan issue to begin with. You started off saying that you were neutral about it when the vote happened. I started saying I was neutral about it. Wait, what? What did I say that I was neutral about? Oh, about the big, beautiful bill. No, you're right about that. No, I did say I was neutral about the big, beautiful bill because I didn't know whether it was a good or a bad thing. But I did also criticize the amount of extra stuff in the bill as well. So basically, I didn't know whether it was a good or a bad thing collectively, but I said that the method of making the bill was bad. And I had said that multiple times.
Nobody's reading 1,000 pages worth of fucking legalese. Hell no.
You're not going to get banned for this because, to be fair, you mentioned you don't have an opinion on it because it's so long. Yeah, exactly. So then there you go. So then why would you even say that? So why would you say that if you know that's not what happened? 54 mod actions? Holy shit!
That's a bad boy.
Holy fuck, are you kidding me?
But he's not perma.
And you've only been here for two years? I'm just
so it couldn't have been that
not
bad.
Even once. Well, no, I mean, you're not correcting me. You're arguing something different, and people are just trying to get you. It's crazy. No, it's fine. It should be 55 to be fair. Should have timed the guy out. But it's not spam though. He was repeating himself a lot, but I'll let it go. And so anyway, yeah. Do you think it's attached to a crypto amendment because that they know Trump's affiliated with crypto investments? I don't know. I don't think that really has anything
probably
to do with
not.
It personally. But yeah, anyway, that's what I think about it. I think it's just
it probably
total
was just the first thing that they could
and
attach it to.
Both sides
and
do
that's
the same
it.
thing because bills take so long to come before Congress.
Maybe. Fix it then. Why?
We've engineered a system that's so large that it collapses under its own weight. So because of that, we have to make it even worse.
That might be what's going on, but that doesn't mean it's the way we should continue to have it be. No. This is bullshit.
It's absolutely
Well,
bullshit.
it's bullshit,
Again,
but it might be
I
happening,
guarantee
though.
you, this is a
some
Karen
degree.
bureaucracy as usual. Change
It
the
is.
system.
Well, yeah, it
Yes,
is.
something like that.
Yeah,
That's
change
what I
it.
would say. Yeah, change the fucking system. The system's broken. It's obviously broken. If anybody thinks that it's not broken, they're out of their mind. And so, yeah. Anyway, let's go back over. I'll look at what I'm what else is going on. And do you see she went ahead including you in her latest video? I have not, but it's about male losers, so I assumed that I was surprised I wasn't in the thumbnail, to be honest. I was a little bit insulted even, but that's okay. Oh, speaking of that, oh, by the way, there has been somebody, I was going to talk about this, I forgot about this. So there was a girl on social media, this was very, very funny, right? So there's a girl on social media that was very, very unhappy, who's been crashing out and upset about what I said. So this is what I said yesterday. This is a clip that was that beauty is their whole selling point. In an effort to start cornering the Andrew Tate market, Asman goes on a rant about how women's value drops dramatically if they can no longer have children or aren't attractive. I'm right. 100% I'm right.
Yeah.
I'm right. That's a fact. Everybody knows it. Yep, that's right. I'll say it flat out.
Is she confused about that?
100%.
You don't have to like it, but that's what happens, right?
Cry about it, get mad about it, tell me it's not fair, say it's sexist. You can kill me. You can say every single fucking thing that you want, except that I'm wrong. Dudes, well, this is something that happens primarily to women. Like, obviously, things like this happen to men and women, but this is definitely something where it's like 95, 98% of like this type of dynamic is experienced by women. Men age better.
Almost exclusively.
Well, men's value isn't necessarily only like, I would say, like, if you're thinking about like what if,
well, it's just different. A woman eventually stops being able to bear children. A man can father children until the day he dies. So there's already a huge difference for that reason. And yeah, like, in general, the older a woman gets, the less dudes want to fuck her. This isn't necessarily as sharp of a curve as you might imagine, but it exists. Where middle-aged dad bod guys can get laid all the time if they want to. Just the same way that, like 21-year-old hot girls can get laid whatever they want to. It's weird how different it is. So, like, yeah, of course there's going to be a difference. Yeah, like, this isn't really up for debate at all, is it? I mean, depending on your opinions on the subject, you might not like that, but that does, I mean, it's real life, though. It's okay if you don't like that. I get that. But, like, don't deny that it's actually a thing, because it is. That's all.
If you're trying to compliment a man, I think that attractiveness or appearance might be in.
No,
your
you want to
top three.
compliment a man?
A woman, attractiveness and appearance is.
Tell him how
probably
cool
your
his
top three.
lawnmower is, or how good his lawn looks. That'll go a long
Look at
way.
the top 100 male streamers.
Oh, they're all fucking
You're gonna
ugly.
see some pretty ugly dudes.
Yes,
If you look at the top 100 female streamers,
they're all hot.
they're all
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah, exactly.
What a coincidence. That's just how it is.
Yes.
So that's the difference. Like, yeah, I mean, you just did a big save, did I? I don't even know what I said. But anyway, yeah, biological value to create human offspring. Exactly. Like, that's a lot of women's, like, women have, like, an intrinsic innate value because they can have kids. That's correct.
Yeah.
So whenever they're older and they're not able to have kids or for whatever reason,
Well, then that
that's
innate
not
value
really
goes
as
away.
viable, then their biological value goes down.
That's correct.
In the eyes of a lot of guys. That's it. Yeah, beauty's their whole selling point. Yeah, exactly, right?
Well,
Oh.
people are mad about reality again. I guess it must be another day that ends in Y.
Yeah, but I mean, that it is
That's
what
really
actually
sad.
happens. So
You got this girl
totally
right
fair if you
here
don't like that that's the way it
crashing
is. I
out.
get
This
it.
dude used a dead
but
rat as his alarm clock.
it is the way it
rat would heat
is.
Up and smell during the day. This dude would wipe his bleeding gums from not brushing his teeth on the wall next to his bed. There are numerous clips of cockroaches crawling on them. That's not true. There's like 3. Well, it's not really. Well, I guess it's okay. So it's 2 clips of the same day. He's also powerfully ugly. So let me get this straight. The fact that I'm a successful streamer and I'm extremely ugly, according to you, doesn't that prove my point?
It kind of does.
Doesn't that prove exactly what I'm saying? And also, by the way, I did look at this girl's profile, and this really isn't a surprise to anyone, but she does do OnlyFans. It's not really a surprise. And you have right here, here's God's honest truth. Every single day that I log on to OnlyFans, I have a number in my head. If my earnings for a particular piece of content aren't low enough, I'll tell myself I'll finally retire. Every time I've done this, the number has always been triple or more. Your wash, they say 5 out of 10, 37 years old, and nobody wants that used up Arby's sandwich. She said that. I didn't say that. I don't talk about women that way. And I'm sorry, but they do.
I'm thinking Arby's.
The reason why she got personal with me is because she thought this rant was personal about her. That's the reason why.
Yeah, well, it's because it's happening to her.
Funny, right?
But you weren't directing at her specifically. So let me get this straight. So she's like, this is the number of dollars for this stream, and if I don't make this, then I'm going to quit. And then she makes like 3 or 4 times that much, which is why she hasn't quit yet. Perfectly understandable situation. But it goes to show that she's counting down because she doesn't really want to do this. It's just the money's too good for her to not to. Again, completely fair. But let's be real about that fact then. And that's by your own admission. So, I mean, I would take that as okay. If she says that's the facts about what she's got going on, I'm going to believe her. You could verify this by going to her OnlyFans page, I suppose. So, there you go. She's probably telling the truth about her situation. I see where she's coming from. But, I mean, it is what it is. If you're not happy with that situation, then go do something else. I mean, yeah, you got to put a roof over your head and shit, but if you do it right, you don't have to make a hell of a lot of money to do it and to be all right. Unless you're addicted to buying Ferraris and I don't know. I was going to say Coach purses, but I think that's not even like high enough money for what I'm talking about. But yeah, like if you can't live without those things, then yeah, you're going to have to make a lot of money or find somebody to hook up with that does. But if you don't need a lot of money, then just go do something else if you're not happy being on OnlyFans, but don't want to quit it because it pays too much. Fuck that. Just figure out a way to transition to something else that you'd rather do. Doesn't mean you have to like make up your mind, quit today, and now you got to figure out how to get a job. No, you can work your way towards moving past whatever you're doing right now into something that you'd be happier with. Just because it pays 3 or 4 times as much as whatever your minimum, that's actually pretty good if you think about it. Let's turn this around. Okay, so let's say her minimum that she has to make, and if it goes below that, she's going to quit forever. which hasn't happened yet, by the way, but let's say it's $100. And every time she tells herself it goes below $100, she ends up getting $300 or $400. So you're getting 3 or 4 times as much as you would need to continue doing it. That's actually really good. Because that number, whatever it is, it's probably not that high. Really, because your minimum where you would quit doing it if you fell below that, well, like, that's what you need. That's probably the number you need to keep yourself alive for the next month. It might be a little bit more than that, but it's probably more. It's in that. It's survival mode, right? Or to the point where you get close enough to getting to survival mode where you're like, okay, it's a lot easier to say, fuck this, I don't want to do this then. You might not actually crash down to, being down and out. But yeah, I think she's, given that, I think that she actually has the right idea, but she's getting too in her head about it. No, just go do what you want. If you do what you want and you're happy with it, you'll make enough money to get by fine. That would be my just general advice to anybody. And just if you believe that, all you have to do is believe it. Then it will happen. That's the stupid thing about it. Like, if you don't believe that's going to happen, then it's not. So it's a prerequisite that you have to believe that, it's going to happen. Because if you believe it's not going to happen, you will be right. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about originally. I'm getting tired. It's going to be bedtime soon. Damaged by 50% for this thing. I think that's probably pretty good. Any of these better than that, though? Projectile, kind of. No, I'll take it on this one.
Sure, why not?
Oh shit! Now we gotta. The controller went to sleep because I was sitting here for too long. Damage on that thing. Oh. Damage on that thing.
Stage 3 completed. Taking you to stage 4. You did good work, Miner.
All right, let's see. Maybe that'll be all the news for today. I'm getting tired. I don't have the energy to be indignant anymore. I've wore myself out. Which is probably, I think that's kind of healthy. I got the energy out of my system about it. We're only like, I wonder what, what is the time on here? Hold on a second. I gotta stand up and stretch. My legs are falling asleep. We're only an hour into his stream, and his stream was 6 hours long. So we're probably gonna miss out on some things, but I'm trying to think if I can remember anything else that I read on the Twitter overnight that maybe he would talk about. I don't know. I don't really think so. I think, well, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. And then we'll play through the rest of this run and then I'll see. But I think I've got it written down on my notepad over here. We're going to have to give that Grandpa's game a try, because I think that's going to be good. So that'll probably be the next stream. We'll see, but I'll be right back. 2 minutes.
And you can go back.
Oops, wrong button. Well, we'll wrap it up pretty soon because I just put a pizza in the oven. And I'm pretty hungry. And I'm kind of tired too, so as soon as I eat that, I'm going to be done for the day. But yeah, when I get up, we're going to play that Grandpa's game, I think. I'll spit. I think, let me see if I can find it here real quick. I don't know if there's anything I'm not supposed to show on stream with Steam, so I'll drag it over here to the other thing real quick, and we'll see. But I'll show you. Let me just get it dialed up here. Yeah. Oh, it's actually right here. I didn't even have to search for it. I think I'd searched for it already, so it's already on the same page. One sec. Yes, the fuck anything up. Yeah, that one. Let's see.
Awesome.
Okay, let's watch the trailer.
Go through the forest and the back door. Are you still up to it?
Do you think I am a little bitch like you? Grandpa is fucking tonight.
Oh, I should have done that. There we go.
Wait, give me a second. I'm too high and too old for this shit. Wish list my game on Steam.
It kind of makes me think of this, like Schedule 1 in a way, which I will eventually get back around to that again too. And actually, the reason that I haven't played Schedule 1 more is because it's not made to be played with a controller at all. You can, but it just doesn't work very well at all. So it's way too much work to try to play the game with a controller versus a keyboard and mouse. Which is kind of annoying. All right, let's see. We got to pick some stuff and finish this run. And probably call her a day after that. What was I doing here? Okay, one sec. There we go. How about we have 65 to spend, which is not enough for both of these things. I would probably reload on everything is probably better though. Yeah. At least for what I got going on, I kind of think so actually. All right, let's do that.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miter.
Yep. Yeah. Almost sounded like a rooster crowing for a second, but it was not. Shit. Yeah, bitch.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swoon incoming.
Oh yeah, we sure do. Fuck. Can we get him at the choke point here? Maybe. Oop. Okay. So far, so good. That actually worked better than I thought it was going to. Excellent. I would probably still go on this one for now. I would go on the turrets. Fire rate, I guess. Yeah. What is the reload speed? Can I look? Reload speed 13%. That probably needs more help then. Let's do that. Because that seems like a low number. Oh shit. Yeah, fuck you. Get out of here. Bitch. You stand there and not do anything. Turrets will follow you around or change type to plasma. I don't know, because I've never really used a plasma damage type much, so I'm not sure. Having the turrets follow you around would be good, though, also. So I think I would actually pick that one. Can't even clear these fuckers. Got it in the mouth. What? No. No. Let's see. We'll go with this one, I guess. Let's see. I put just straight damage on this one, I think. How the hell are we gonna clear all that shit? No way. What kind of fucking bullshit is that? Like, seriously. God damn. Alright, well, we're probably not doing that. Damage and potency. And increase all electric... Like, is the increase all electrical damage on top of the plus 10 damage and plus 5 potency? Or is the text at the bottom merely explaining what's going on? Yeah, I think so, actually. Increase itself as you can move. That, yeah, okay, so it's explaining what that is. Yes, okay. So this is specifically 10% electrical damage and potency. Okay, fine. It's fine. Not super huge, but you might as well have it, I guess. We'll do this to try to get to level 6. If we can. This thing's 8, but this is good. Critical damage. What's our crit at? Our chance 29. Kind of. I think I would. Yeah. Because we could upgrade this to level 18, but basically it gives you the choice between making that do a lot more damage and everything does less damage. I don't know if we should do that or not. So we got to decide right now whether we're just going to go fucking balls deep on this or not do it. Because if we're not going to level this thing to 18, then we should stop putting points into it right now, basically. So we have to decide, are we going to continue to put points in it or not? My God. Does my phone always make this much noise? Probably because I'm asleep usually. Like, why is my phone making all these noises? Spam emails. And whatever the weather update is, I suppose. Let's see. So I don't. So because of that, I will pick this thing actually out of all of those. I kind of like that the sort of upgrades that you get. Like, you do have actual choice. There's not necessarily one that's a runaway way better than all the rest of them. Unless you're stacking a specific build already. But like otherwise, like they seem like they are all decently impactful, you know. Pick up radio. So do I don't know. Because the pickup radius would be really good, because I don't think theirs is very good right now. No, it's 8%. I should take it because pickup radius is so low. That would be a big difference. So, okay. I've justified it to myself. That's what we're doing. I'll do it again, especially because of that then. Okay. Oh, we gotta escape with our life here. What is reload speed? Does it show that? Yes, 13%. That'll bring it up to 19. Nice. Okay, so we'll do that. Sure. And we'll get the hell out of here. I kind of need to heal. I can buy a 50% heal for 30 gold, or I could spend that 37 total gold that I have on one of these things. Critical chance for electrical weapons, which 3 out of the 4 of my weapons are. Okay. And I can buy that. Or that. Yeah, I'll actually do that. That sounds decent enough. And we can pick between one of these two things, basically. Fire rate on that weapon, or piercing on the same weapon. So, is fire rate or piercing gonna like matter more? I don't think piercing is its own. Oh, it does show it. Okay, yeah. So for like this weapon, it has no inherent piercing stat at all. But I wish, like, what does piercing mean exactly? It must be armor mitigation. It's nice that it actually does show you all the stats on here, though. This is actually a good way to display it. I wish that you could just, like, have another button that's like info, and then you can like scroll down to this and see specifically what they mean when they say that. I mean, most of these are self-explanatory, but some of them we've looked at before. Like, it could mean this or it could mean that, and I could see it either way. And then you just have to test out and see which one it is. Otherwise, it's pretty good. Zero charges, reload time, etc. Oh, piercing. So piercing's over here for some reason. Okay. So this thing only has a stat of 4 right now. But like, what does it do? I want to know what piercing means. Is it effectively +4 more damage than it would be otherwise? Or what? Oh, my timer's going off. 1 second. Well, my pizza is done. It's like perfectly done too. So I think we'll probably call it here. Let me make sure the oven's off. It is good. So yeah. Next time we'll be looking at that Grandpa's game. I've just kind of made up my mind. I'm just gonna do it just for fun. And go through it and see what it's like. Because apparently, reading the Steam reviews, like, it's not a very long game. Like, you can get through the whole thing in, like, 2 hours or something like that. But for $7, it'd be cheap entertainment, really. So, we'll see. But that's the plan. Plans might change, but that's what I think I'm going to do. But so anyway, that's all for now. So thanks for playing. See you next time. Till then,